Good morning guys, welcome to Shades and I found a new place for here to make these videos. So yes, I wanted to make this video over here. This is my swimming pool in my area. This is my place where I can come. This is my area actually where I stay. Anyways, this is the place, the swimming pool. I wanted to come here for a long time. I wanted to take a dip. By this moment it's pretty chilled out here, so I didn't want to take a dip right now, maybe tomorrow. So I came over here just to see this place. I did not come here before. So just wanted to see how this place is. Now, it's a pretty chilled out place. I think the swimming pool is really nice. But then again, this video is not about the swimming pool. As always, we make videos about Chelsea and our how we are performing right now. And so starting with it, just want to first say that we're happy. And the fact we are happy that we are making to the next round of the Champions League. We somehow managed to beat Lille, and yeah, I'm not trying to be nice over here. We're just saying the truth. They somehow managed to win against Lille 2-1, and so we are through to the next round. Our possible opponents could be the likes of Juventus, Barca, PSG, uh, many others. I mean Leipzig. So we have to pretty much deal with that. So that's how it is. But still, we made it to the next round. I was surprised that Ajax of all teams could not make it. They went to the Europa. I mean, they were the last season semi-finalists, lost to Spurs last season in the Champions League. This season, seeing them getting knocked out in the first round, going to the Europa Cup, and Valencia, who had a very bad start, their season started when they beat us in the Champions League. From there to actually going ahead and then topping the group is something amazing to show that they really showed some class. But yes, we are second right now. We have to deal with it. It was not a good match. We got the 2-0. We went 2-0 up, and then it looked very bad playing against a team which had most of their first team players rested. Yet we made a meal out of the match, and we ended up 2-1, which we should have won 3-0 at least. So it's struggling times for Chelsea, for a young manager, for a young team. We keep on saying that, but saying that it's just like we need to consolidate. And for Frank's thing, that we have seen it with Frank and Derby last season, that they had a, you can see that swimming pool still, right? Yeah, you can see that. So yeah, I was coming to it that with Frank's defense, we can say that even with Derby, he had the same issue when his team used to play well, but still used to be situations where they conceded goals and things were not in place for them. But yes, that's how the thing it is for us. This season as well, it has not been the best of it for Chelsea, and I hope things will work out fine for us in the coming days. But I doubt that. But I hope everything works out. Now we have Bournemouth coming up in the next couple of days in the Saturday, and so it will be interesting what it happens, how it goes through for us, and let's see how we are able to manage that. Frankly, for me, I think that it's been be a tough, knowing that Jose Mourinho and Spurs are doing pretty well right now, and they will do well. They have a very good team out there, so chances are that they will do very well. You have teams, good teams right now. Manchester United is showing some forms all of a sudden, especially against the big teams. Arsenal won their match against West Ham. We were not able to beat West Ham, and however, they were able to beat West Ham at West Ham. So those are not so good news for Chelsea and Chelsea fans. We look like we were one of the teams which can cement a top four position this season. However, it's unlikely. Leicester looks like they have done it. Liverpool and Man City will be there in the top four. So now it's looking a little bad for us that maybe Spurs and Jose Mourinho does well. There is a very good chance that they will end up being fourth. Man United is also around about there, though I think Man United will have some problems. Might, you never know, against the smaller teams, but against the bigger teams, they are looking really good. So a lot to do for Frank, a lot to do for the young team of Chelsea, and now we will have to really take care of the situation. Now that the transfer ban has been taken care of, we'll have to really look at what are the kind of players we can buy in. Problem is that in January you don't have too many players out available, and we'll have to go for players who are not playing in European competitions. Players like Zaha, whose club is not really playing any European competitions this season. So there's a very good chance that if we can get hold of someone like that player, he can join in. Otherwise, most of the players who are part of the club, like a Sancho, they will not join Chelsea anytime soon, Chilwell, because they know that they have a chance of playing European football. Sancho for Dortmund, they are made it to the next round. Why will he leave that? And he will try his best to go through. He will do something like what Pulisic has done. He might sign a contract but come in the summer. Most likely that. You will have to go for some players on loan, as it is players like Alonso, Pedro, and maybe even Giroud might be leaving. Obviously, Inter Milan and Conte wants Alonso on loan, but Chelsea wants to sell him. So let's have to see what happens on that case. We would like to sell him, makes sense, because it doesn't make sense to send him on loan right now. I don't know what the final thing will be. Same goes with Pedro. But at this moment, we can say that we have to buy players, a couple of players. We have to see who are available. I'm not entirely sure about Sancho. I remember to talk about Sancho thing today. The reason being that when Pulisic was the number one in Dortmund a couple of years ago, Sancho came in, and Sancho took his position. Now, if Sancho comes here in Chelsea, Pulisic is right now the number one. There's a chance that he will take his place. Obviously, a lot of us are thinking that maybe Sancho will be playing where Willian plays right now, and Pulisic play on the other side, and Hudson-Odoi will come in. He is having a tough time little bit right now. Maybe in the coming days he will get better. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope that thing happens. Now, for me, a lot of people were saying that Sancho will be joining Chelsea. Though a lot of reports came in saying that though Chelsea have not gone to Dortmund and asked for his signing, not approached them. So I'm not entirely sure how that will happen. Obviously, Pulisic came in. There's a couple of reasons why Pulisic came in. Obviously, the first main reason is he's a very good player. Second reason is that he is America's poster boy for US soccer. And when you keep that in mind, um, you don't want that guy to, be not be your first choice. It's not good for what you call for business. So in case Sancho comes in and Pulisic loses his position in the first team, there's a very good chance that he might leave eventually, and that will not be good for business because there's a big market. The US market is huge, and Chelsea will love to invest on it and working on it. I just want to show you something before we carry on with this. It's interesting, isn't it? Anyways, that's something statue here. Anyways, coming back to the topic. So it's really interesting if Chelsea will at all interested to buy Sancho in the first place, keeping in mind that Sancho is from South London. So a lot of people do look up to him, like to see him. And at the same time, he's in friends with some of the young boys at Chelsea, Mason Mounts and Tammy Abrahams and Tomori. So that makes a lot of sense that they would want Sancho to be at Chelsea, but I doubt that will happen or not. We'll like to see if that actually happens or not, because I think Chelsea has not approached, as much we know, Chelsea has really not approached Dortmund for him. There are other clubs who have approached for him. Very interesting, but even if it happens, it will not happen unless this summer. We can only hope that we make it to the top four. Most unlikely. I know it's only December, it's not even Christmas, but we are saying it like that. But it doesn't look like it will happen, because I for one believe that Mourinho and his team looks really strong. He already had a very good team. He inherited a very good team. So it's very tough with that mentality. They might lose a couple of matches here and there, but a top four looks for them. At this moment, we look bad. Bournemouth will be a tough match for us, keeping in mind that they're also a very good side. They're a very good side who have beaten us in recent times. And the way we played against Lille, though we won it, was nowhere close to convincing. So it'll be very tough for us to actually go out there, and though it's a home match, to get 3 points. Hope we do it. Hope we keep in contention for the top four. Leicester is doing really well. Brendan Rodgers signed a new contract with Leicester. They're doing really well out there. I hope Frank learns, obviously still very young, but he learns his trades very soon. Understands that we need to get into the top four to really attract the top players, and we need to get moving. Even if we don't get the top four, there's a very good chance that we'll still be attracting top players. So next season will still be a season where we can go ahead and finish in the top four, because we need to win big trophies right now. Chelsea has always been a big team. We have to win the big trophies, especially the Champions League. The one that I really talk about, it's been almost going to be 10 years now, almost. I'm not saying it's exactly 10 years. It's almost going to be 10 years that we have not won the Champions League. It's about time we win that once again. So we have to build up a team for the next couple of seasons before we can do that. It's not that we arrive and we'll get it. So we need to build that team. We need to also look at Premiership as well, because there are a couple of teams who are doing well, and we should be one of those couple of teams as well. So all in all, there are a lot of challenges in front of us, exciting times. But yes, we hope that we can turn around and get some wins. Though we won against Lille, it was not convincing when we are playing a second string Lille team. But hopefully things turn around. I leave it here. You guys let me know how you guys thought about the match against Lille. What do you guys think Chelsea should sign in the winter? Though I doubt there will be much many players coming in. Keep it coming in the comment section as always. I love hearing from you guys. So until next time, I sign off. Ciao guys. Bye bye.